What's going on YouTube? Kevin here with this time a video unboxing of this, the Thermaltake Core V31 mid-tower ATX case. Now I normally don't like doing live unboxings because it just doesn't seem professional. I usually like to do a lot of B-roll and then make it look more presentable that way. But because this is such an unwieldy and obnoxiously large, although not really, large box, I decided I'm going to unbox it live to make it easier on myself. And it's also more candid, which I guess is what unboxings have been known to be, but I digress. So, reason why I went for this case while I'm struggling to unbox it, although I realize that there's a better way to do this. Chose this case because it was one of the smaller ones. I did want something that was easily transportable. Let's see how I can do this. Okay, we'll do this. So I want something that was easily transportable because I am going off to graduate school fairly soon. So I wanted something that I could just throw in the car real easy and not have to worry about a huge full tower. And just as I expected, my camera decided to cut out. So luckily I was able to at least finish the sentence. So I wanted a small case again, and this seemed to fit the bill. The design was also kind of nice. I liked how it seemed pretty simple, but it looked, you know, it wasn't just a rectangle. There's some grilling on the front that makes it look kind of nice. And I'm moving my tablecloth. Maybe it's just easier at this point if I... Oh. I just pressed that. Success. Okay, so that took way longer than I was expecting because like some of the boxes, have like those little punch-ins that you can use to make the box have handles. And that little tab that you pushed in was getting stuck on one of these little bumps on here. So hopefully that worked out okay. And sorry for technical difficulties, but styrofoam top. Styrofoam also on the bottom, unsurprising. Very thoroughly packaged though, so I appreciate that. Giant plastic bag whose opening I cannot figure out. Okay. A lot of plastic. On the bottom is a user's manual for the case in case you didn't, get it in case you didn't know what you were doing, which I may have to consult this later just because I'm not, this is the first time I'm building a PC, so there's that. Here it is. It's actually smaller than I was hoping, which is good. So let's see if I can remove these thumb screws. They're put on extremely tight. So thumb screws there. I'm not gonna remove the plastic off the window because I wanted to keep it shiny while I'm building it at least. When I'm done building it, I will then remove it. But so let's see. Remove that side panel there, which is actually a little flimsy. Not too bad though. I was kind of expecting that. It is a cheaper case after all. And 2 cages up here, 3 down here, and what appears to be the screws and stuff. Yeah, so there are screws and and some cable ties and what look like some brackets for the power supply are in there as well. It comes with 2 case fans as I was expecting, front panel, audio and I/O and stuff like that with mostly black cable. There's 1 cable for HD audio that is slightly colored by like an inch, which is kind of frustrating because everything else, front panel, I/O, power button, all that stuff is black. But looks like a really nice case to work with. Looks like everything came intact. This part, front panel I/O, looks exactly what I was expecting. The USBs are not upside down. Some people were complaining about that for this case, but no, looks like it works. It looks like they're the right direction anyway. Top dust filter. Let's see if I have the fingernails to get it off. I don't because I just clipped them recently. Okay, there's that. Room for the rad. And then on the bottom, you're gonna get another dust filter, but this is incredibly long. It fits the whole bottom of the case. For the intakes, you can have, so there's intake on the bottom for your power supply, and then there's room for 2 120mm fans, I believe. So those go there, and this dust filter just kind of slides right in. There's that. There's also the front dust filter, which if I can remove this without killing myself or the case. I'll try doing this, holding it over the edge and then pulling. There we go. All right, so front here, there's not really like a removable dust filter, but there is one like kind of built into the honeycomb webbing here. So dust won't hopefully get in too much from there. And then here in the front, you can see the front panel IO here, the 120mm fans included, and the room that you can put a 240mm fan configuration or radiator in there, I think. So yeah, that does it for my unboxing of this case. I just wanted to make sure and do an unboxing so that you guys knew what came with it. Although most of it was standard, I guess, procedure. But one thing to note, there are no grommets here for the cabling, for cable management, which is kind of disappointing, at least around the motherboard tray. Near the power supply at the bottom, there are grommets here, but that's only one case. And these up here, they're not that sharp, which is good. So even if you run cables there, they're not likely gonna get damaged. But I wanted to do an unboxing so you guys knew what this case was about, because not a lot of people tend to do reviews on this case or unboxings in that matter. So I wanted to do that for the sake of everyone out there who's looking for a simple case like I did, and wanted to know what this case was all about. There is, well, let's see, 8 PCIe brackets here for ATX motherboards. 2 water cooling loopholes here. This case is certified for liquid cooling by Thermaltake. Normal size power supplies, and yeah, that's all I can think about. So it's got pretty good support for everything all around, for radiators, for fans, for power supplies, video cards, all those types of things. And I just thought that it looked pretty nice, a nice wide side panel so you can see your work inside, and I'll be sure to show you guys that once I actually build my system in this case. So that does it for the unboxing. Thanks for watching. If you feel so inclined, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video.